This lift right here is really repairs that our crews are making right now to the rail car line, some of the lines up top. As you can see though, the tracks are laid and the project's completed. Now it's just the final approval that has to be made from officials to finally get the rail cars on the tracks. As you can see, it's still one lane here on Peachtree Road crossing West Paces Ferry, but crews have fixed up and covered a water main break that caused a jam earlier today. But we spoke with a watershed management official that said full repairs are far from over, as will be the traffic. Right now, Atlanta Public School bus drivers are practicing routes before school starts next week. Early this morning, we watched as APS bus drivers left the depot on Metropolitan Parkway in southwest Atlanta. Officials say the training helps bus drivers get familiar with routes and improve timing. Now, there's no concrete answer on how the gun law will affect the festivities this 4th of July, but the police want people to know they feel they don't need to bring a personal firearm to feel safe this weekend.
Now we have a look at some local sports from Andrew James. Andrew, I don't know about you, but I'm so excited for the new football season.
And as you should be, Macy. It's already getting off for a great start for the Atlanta Falcons. Your home team, the Atlanta Falcons, have already improved from their 2013 preseason, which, last year was winless. With a 16-10 victory over Miami entering into the second week of play, it was a narrow victory for the Falcons, who still saw some key players out of the game. The move won't just include the painting, but all the Civil War artifacts found here at the cyclorama. The mayor says this move won't just help restore the painting, but at the same time help make sure the taxpayers don't foot the bill. Now, it was a fight against the field and against time, but Rory McIlroy pulled out his second PGA championship in Louisville, Kentucky this weekend. In Hall County, Andrew James, Channel 2 Action News.
It was part of the process of us picking this location, knowing that the streetcar would be up and running at some point.
Alfred Hill will celebrate 2 years this Thursday operating his pizzeria on Edgewood Avenue. He put there in hopes the streetcar would bring in new business.
It's been pretty drawn out. It has affected business at times, more so than others, but it's just something that, we have to deal with in anticipation for the streetcar.
But the line was scheduled to be completed and running last May. Then the launch date was moved to August. Now Hill, like others, will have to wait even longer.
If everything would run according to plan, it would possibly be up to 4 months' time. That's without any additional delays. That
would make mid-November the new launch date, even though Executive Director of the Atlanta Streetcar, Timothy Borger, says the service is good to go.
The system it's really 100% completed.
This lift right here is really repairs that our crews are making right now to the rail car line, some of the lines up top. As you can see though, the tracks are laid and the project's completed. Now it's just the final approval that has to be made from officials to finally get the rail cars on the tracks. Those approvals will come through the FTA, Georgia DOT, URS, and the project manager, MARTA. Borgers and city council members share Hill's sentiment that the sooner the line opens, the better things will be.
I think it's going to get better, but that's one thing we have to wait and see once it is up and running.
In downtown Atlanta, Andrew James, Channel 2 Action News. As you can see, some work is already underway here at Piedmont Park. There's some fences up for this big 4th of July week. Big day will be Friday. A big day means big events, means a big police force will be out making sure everything will run smoothly this 4th of July.
We have more than 500 law enforcement officials working the actual event, the 4th of July road race.
Last year, the police presence beefed up for the AJC Peachtree Road Race following the Boston Marathon, and this year it will not be any different.
Every inch of the route is under video surveillance.
Prep work is already underway at the finish line for the nation's largest 10K run with more than 60,000 runners, with much more anticipated in total for all of the 4th of July events.
We'll have more than 300,000 people in the downtown and midtown space throughout the weekend.
APD Chief George Turner wants to also advise spectators and runners that backpacks will not be permitted in secured locations such as the finish line.
Make sure that they do not carry backpacks into the finish line area. We're encouraging you to use clear bags so that if you do carry items in, we can see in that as they go through the checkpoints.
The race will be just the start to a day-long effort by the Atlanta Police, keeping up surveillance for the various 4th of July events across Atlanta.
The fireworks at Lenox Square Mall, where we're expecting upward of 20,000 people there. Then at Centennial Olympic Park, there'll be fireworks there.
Now, just to reiterate what Chief Turner says, the police will be out here full force Friday. They'll even be blocking off some stuff Thursday night on Peachtree Street. And by 5 a.m., the street will be completely blocked with police presence. In Piedmont Park, Andrew James, Channel 2 Action News. The move won't just include the painting, but all the Civil War artifacts found here at the cyclorama. The mayor says this move won't just help restore the painting, but at the same time help make sure the taxpayers don't foot the bill.
The staff at the History Center has the expertise and tools to care for this painting, and have promised to provide the needed level of stewardship and long-term sustainability at no cost to taxpayers.
Mayor Kasim Reed stood beside city council members as well as zoo and project officials to announce the moving, restoring, and renovating of the cyclorama to the Atlanta History Center from its current home in Grant Park. The move, according to council members and the mayor, is a win-win.
It's estimated that moving the cyclorama will save the city of Atlanta from $500,000 to $1 million a year.
Private funding at the tune of over $32 million will go into the construction of the space to house the painting. History Center CEO Sheffield Hale says the project will give a space built to fit the work while at the same time restoring original parts and look of the painting.
We'll also restore the painting's original hourglass shape so that the people of Atlanta will be able to see the cyclorama in its intended 3D shape and perspective for the first time in at least 100 years.
Right next door, Zoo Atlanta will move into this current space now holding the cyclorama to make it an event space for zoo visitors now to enjoy a whole new experience here at Grant Park. Reporting from Southeast Atlanta, Andrew James, Channel 2 Action News. Now, police know the drug is growing in popularity in the inner city area of Atlanta, but they express fear that people don't know the harsh effects of using this drug.
It's going to eat your body.
This is police video of a drug raid in northwest Atlanta. The raid confiscated various drugs with Molly included. This is a photo of a bag full of the granular drug that is being seen in the form of gel capsules. Atlanta Police Narcotics Commander Lieutenant Rick Mason says the drug is exploding across the city.
The amount of Molly in Atlanta is exploding. The geographical boundaries are expanding.
Matt Batir is an undercover officer for the City of Atlanta Police Narcotics Unit and says he now sees the drug anywhere and everywhere.
Now we basically find it everywhere.
The drug itself, Lieutenant Mason says, is just another form of meth. It's corrosive, and Batir has seen firsthand from his undercover work what the drug can do to the body.
You can just basically see them kind of go downhill, you know, from when you first started dealing with them 6 months previously. They're sharper, they're more with it, and then towards the end of the investigation, it's almost like they're spaced out all the time.
Lieutenant Mason says that the APD is hard at work cracking down on Molly use around the city. Those two suspects in that drug raid video are behind bars tonight. Live at APD headquarters, Andrew James, Channel 2 Action News. Federal prosecutors indicted 54 store owners and alleged conspirators for food stamp fraud, with over 30 of them located here in the metro Atlanta area. This scheme stretched across the state from Atlanta to Savannah. The State Department of Public Health Inspector General Audrey Jennings has never seen anything quite like it.
Not to this scope, not to this magnitude. As far as the number of people involved and the number of WIC vouchers that were used in the case.
Prosecutors say for 3 years they stole taxpayer money, and it took federal and state investigators years to break it all up.
This is really the result of 2+ years of hard work.
Investigators uncovered over 80 Georgians that allegedly took in $18 million from operating WIC certified stores as a front to buy and make profit off of food stamps, EBTs, and WIC vouchers. The WIC program is operated through the State Department of Public Health, and Commissioner Brenda Fitzgerald says their department is already cracking down.
This is unacceptable behavior. This will not be tolerated in Georgia.
Prosecutors say this shopping plaza was home base for the two alleged ringleaders, Brandon and Kimberly Sapp. They say that location right there that is now a restaurant was where their original storefront sat. The federal indictment alleges that the Sapps and the co-conspirators not only set up faulty storefronts to purchase vouchers and coupons with cash, an already illegal offense, but solicited in nearby neighborhoods buying food stamps well below their actual value.
These are programs that were provided by Congress to provide nutritional food assistance to the most needy in our society.
Tonight, the Sapps are behind bars along with dozens of other conspirators. In Southeast Atlanta, Andrew James, Channel 2 Action News.